This is the situation at the end of turn 5 for Far East and Eastern Theatre or Eastern Hemisphere Theatre of Operations. Now, China have had to give away a lot of territory and they've made a massive strategic retreat this turn. Because it's easy for them to get out of enemy zones of control because Chinese leg units are incredibly mobile and they don't even pay extra costs for mobile zones of control, so they're actually back into a reasonably defensive position. Now China recognises this war ain't going well for them and they're probably gonna lose, so they've signed the global alliance with the West to basically form an alliance that's going to be against the Warsaw Pact across the entire planet. Now this means they're going to allow American and ANZUS aircraft to fly over China next turn. They may allow some Allied units to land in mainland China, but they're not keen on that. They'd rather just have the help with the air power because they're getting overwhelmed here due to their low technology, aircraft technology, and low maintenance roles. Situation in a bit further to the east, Tashkent, Xinjiang. It's pretty much a stalemate, but China has been pulling a lot of its forces out of this area and moving them to Manchuria to bolster up the main front. So that means there'll probably not be much activity around in this area. There is some mechanized units, there's some armored divisions there which could probably do with being transferred to Manchuria. Problem with Manchuria and the North Chinese Plain is it's so open, there's no real defensive terrain. And the Russians are just steamrolled through the Chinese defences. The situation in Tashkent area is pretty much stalemate again. You've got both sides, you've got about the same number of forces in there, and neither side is particularly interested in pushing any fighting this turn. Now, as the global geopolitics shift around here, we've got the South Korea, North Korea, they're going to escalate one level, so mobilise some more units, but they're not going to join the war. The situation on the Vietnamese-Chinese border is still stalemate. Vietnamese not too happy about coming in. Now Japan will probably join. Well, no, Japan's definitely going to come in on the Allied side because that otherwise they'd have to fly aircraft out of Korea, which could result in a Korean war, which we don't want. So all in all, the Russians have made phenomenal progress here, and but the Chinese are beginning to show signs of being able to create a hardened front.